Hey, it's Adler from FM1021. Backstage at Miller Lite Oasis at Summerfest. Night 9 with Judah and the line there. Back in Milwaukee. Fellas, welcome back.
Feels good to be back. Go Brewers.
Everywhere you're here. Outside, inside, small places, large venues. You have no fear of Milwaukee.
a little bit of the rave, but yeah, we're a little scared of it.
Well, yeah, there's less ghosts here.
Yeah.
And by less, I mean none that I know of. Late ghosts.
Yeah, we feel
inefficient late ghosts.
Feel a little bit more protected here, especially since you're here.
Exactly. How are things been going?
It's going well. We've kind of had a lighter summer just because we've been in the studio working on new music. And so we've kind of been home more, which has been amazing. But kind of doing more things like Summerfest and radio festivals or whatever here and there. But yeah, focusing on the music, what's ahead kind of for the future of Judah and the Lion, and getting some rest.
Good. One of our promo team members was on the Paranoid cruise.
Oh, nice.
And mentioned the 3 days of that, including some, I should say thong, Speedo talk. Apparently there's...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, good. I'm glad nobody called themselves out on that one.
Hey, well, they broke the rule. What happens on the boat stays on the boat.
It's like, it's a Vegas on the sea, isn't it?
That's right.
You shouldn't have said that. Was it all right? Was it good? Playing on the boat? Is that bizarre?
It was a blast. It was very hot at times. It's very claustrophobic at times, but nothing better than playing music and hanging out on a boat on the ocean.
Getting fresh air, right?
Yeah, of course.
Is it weird that the album's like almost 2 years old now? Two,
I think it
right?
is.
Yeah.
It's about two, right?
It's like 2.5 years.
Does it feel like that because of touring, or make it feel longer?
I think it's been maybe not too long. I just think we're ready to, have this new stuff out. So we've been kind of writing and thinking about these new songs for so long. It feels like, we recorded Folk Rock and Roll even 6 months before it came out. So it's kind of been this.
Feels like forever ago that we did that.
But it's been really fun too.
That's why it's weird. I feel like I don't want to regress and go back to the album because you're not new stuff. But, and I kept on thinking this is weird, but specifically Folk Rock and Roll, the song, is to me like, you guys to me are like the Beastie Boys. Early Beastie Boys, where if you listen to 1989, people said, I just don't get this, so I'm just going to write it off. You're like, they're fusing rap and I don't know what the hell, and they're trying to be funny, and then it's like a party song, and then all of a sudden, like 5 years later, the Beastie Boys are like, well, these guys are for real. These guys are serious, and everybody's copying them. And I feel like you guys are like right now, kind of like 1993, 94 Beastie Boys, where people are going to start copying the sound. And they already have, you kind of hear it sometimes. But is it, do you think of that? Do you think, like you said, you had fans from the very first EP, and then you didn't change the sound, you just developed the sound?
Yeah, that's one. Thank you. That's a really big compliment. Beastie Boys are one of our kind of favorite bands. Kind of growing up, just like their attitude towards music. And their show.
And that's what I kind of think.
Having fun and making records, very authentic and genuine, rather than maybe trying to be cool or be something else that they weren't. I think for us, like we all come from different areas of the country. Brian from Chicago, Nate from Colorado, and I'm from like the middle nowhere, Tennessee, and all of our past histories with influences in music and what we listen to now has obviously, just like a lot of our generation is like, our access to music is so different. Back in the day, it's like my mom and dad had like one or two favorite genres that they liked, but now with kind of the way the world of music works now, we have access to so many, so much music, and so for us, like, I could pick maybe 2 or 3 genres out of this that we don't listen to. Other than that, we like pretty much everything.
And you can blend it in.
And blend it in. It's like why not be why not do it and be able to kind of like be free in that way, like for recording. And Miles Davis had this quote that had always kind of made a mark on my life. Was it said it can take you a lifetime to figure out how you sound. And I think that's just kind of like what the way we're wired. We love bands that kind of develop and don't make the same records every time. We're not going to the studio. We're going to make the same record as we did last time. Trying to evolve and become more like Judah and the Line, whatever that looks like in these records. So that's what we're striving for.
So that being said, what the new sound? I'm not saying new sound, new album. What would you say the sound is? How close to it is it from the last album, or is it? Did you go? There's a lot of new stuff we've been listening to, and you're about to hear it.
Well, it's I think you could say it's a mix of jazz and reggae. And a little bit of fusion.
It is Snoop Lion.
Jazz,
It is Snoop
reggae.
Lion, isn't it? It's all right.
Jazz, reggae, and step.
It's just Miles Davis bitches brew, isn't it? It's just all instrumental. You're just gonna drop it and be like, "Oh, what?"
Yeah.
Sorry, no, it's
I feel like we've kind of, with Going to Mars and Super Jacket, we've kind of bridged a little bit into what we're moving towards for this album. And then I think the piece of it that is maybe new and like different for us is just some of the lyrical content is a little more personal and more different than what we've done in the past. It's always kind of been like happy, have fun, and kind of that creating that environment for the live show. I think this album has more of a story to it, which we're super excited to share.
Even the last album, like Insane, to me is when you first listen to it a couple times, you're like, God, this is deep, but you're like, it's still a fun song. You're like, you're talking about, because it just kind of moves along in that fun beat. You're like, you're talking about mental illness, really. You're like, this is the happiest song about mental illness I've ever heard. And like, I 2 or 3 times listening, I go, I'm like, Jesus, I didn't know. You guys have the ability to do that, to kind of take something rather serious and maybe it's the band show. I don't know.
It's an optimistic.
It's all. It's exactly. So are there kind of deeper songs that you guys have gone through a lot, even the last year, that reflect the music? Obviously, you're just talking about.
Yeah, my parents just recently got a divorce, kind of in a pretty gnarly way, with both individuals kind of having their own versions of what do you call it, brokenness or things that they kind of struggle with, and I guess kind of like dealing with that on the road. And my aunt overdosed on Ambien, and that was like another thing to kind of deal with. My grandpa died. I don't know. It's just been kind of like this culmination of just like a lot of different things in my life, and processing through things while you're on the road and not really anchored at home is a different animal than just kind of being surrounded by, I don't know, your wife and kind of the core support there or whatever. Obviously, we're a band of brothers, and that's one thing, but it's different than being home and kind of in the comfort of like next to siblings and all the stuff we're kind of going through together. And anyways, I've figured out through this record that a lot of the ways that I process through live is through like the music that I write, and hopefully in that way can kind of help the little kid that's going through a divorce with his parents at 13 years old understand what's going on in his life a little bit more. And I think our whole goal is to like inspire people to come together in our brokenness and kind of like move forward in hope. And even if it's like scary to hope sometimes, I know for my life in the past like year, it's been very scary to kind of bring myself to hope again. And I feel like with this new record, we're trying very much to bring all of that BS and crap and the low parts of life kind of together with optimism and with like, even though we all kind of go through hard things as a family of human beings, we can still move forward together and be together in it rather than kind of feel like
Did it help you at least immediately, just getting the songs out and talking about it, explaining lyrics, or was it even like that?
No, I think it was like
was
that.
It was
sure.
therapy and kind of cathartic and.
Yeah, it was very therapeutic.
Sure. Yeah, like I said, when you're 1,700 miles away from the situation, you're like, what good is my call? Sometimes you're like,
oh yeah, totally.
It always happens if you have family far away.
Yeah.
You feel really weak, and it's a horrible feeling, especially when you go out there and they're like, people screaming, and you're like, I got stuff to do. Like,
yeah.
Can we just make this like,
yeah.
It's gotta be, you kind of separate yourself from the situation, but it's gotta be rough, man. So.
Yeah, but it's also cool to to feel like that you're helping people along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what we're wanting to do with our music is not make it about us, kind of make it about everyone, and in that way, music can be like an impactful for each of us that are kind of at the show or whatever. Singing about real things that are honest and hard, but also singing about the good things in life as well.
Celebrating it. Yeah.
Yeah.
One last thing. New album title? Do we have a release date? Anything? Not talking about. Can't talk about
Promise. We're hoping to have new music this fall.
Okay.
So maybe not the full record, but at least a little sample of what's to come for the record and the new branding and the new what do the brands call it? The new launch.
The new like
the
fall
brands.
sweaters.
Yeah, fall sweaters. Yeah.
Any new covers? I mean, T-Pain, Killer's still in there. What are been experimenting with anything?
I think for the next tour, we're still kind of doing similar stuff right now because we're in the studio, but I think it'd be fun to try to tackle a Blink-182 song.
Ah.
You got Miles Davis song.
I was gonna go back to Miles Davis.
I don't know if we can pull that one off.
I don't know how you make lyrics out of the trumpet, but you're the try.
Well, Nate's got a good melody and trumpet, so.
Brian.
Oh, that is Brian, sorry.
My dad plays the trumpet, but
That's true, that's right, that's where I got it.
Brian fakes it.
Guys, welcome back to Milwaukee. Thank you guys so much for coming back.
Yeah, thank you.
Weather's actually perfect for once.
Awesome.
Nice.
Go Brewers.